Believe it or not, we are not just about bad news here on Varney & Company. So we have found a bright spot in the economy from housing, of all places. Right now, we have two major cities where home prices are on the rise. Joining us from Phoenix is Tanya Marchiol with Team Investments, and in Fort Lauderdale, Samantha DeBianchi with DeBianchi Real Estate. Let's start with you, Tanya. This is information as opposed to viewpoint here. Phoenix, Arizona, prices up. How much and over what time frame?
12% since November of 2011, which is absolutely awesome. So people are actually making gains right now.
Okay, Samantha, you work I'm just talking local real estate here. You work the Fort Lauderdale down to Miami corridor, I think. What's happened
Correct.
to prices there and in what time frame?
Well, let me start by saying this. It was only years ago that the 5-cent millionaire with monopoly money and a get-out-of-jail-free card could go to a bank and get this mortgage approved. Now the banks are tighter. They're not letting you pass, go, or collect $200.
Okay.
And we're seeing now
How
that
much are prices up?
The prices are up 6% for single-family homes versus last year and 22% for condos.
Condos, okay. Back to you, Tanya. What are people buying 12% higher price in the Phoenix area?
It's the single family home. Arizona was never a market that grew up. They grew out. So it's all the single family, 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. You got to remember this is a lot of investors. So we're still looking under that 125 price point.
Yeah, now that was my question. Who's doing the buying here? You say that this is mostly investors. It's not ordinary families looking for a single family home. It's mostly investors?
Well, there's a lot of investors because they see the value and the returns that they can make on that cash flow every single month. But there are quite a few people buying and taking advantage of low interest rates. Even though that mortgage is tough to get, it's time to take advantage of that low interest rate.
Okay, Samantha, back to you. Split it for me. 6% up single-family homes, 22% up condos. Let's start with condos. Are they being bought by investors or by people who are going to live in them?
Majority are investors, especially in Miami. Actually, nationwide, out of all the foreign buyers, 31% come to Florida. That's a huge percentage. So that's what we're seeing in Miami. But overall, I mean, you have investors, you have first-time home buyers, especially with mortgage rates being so low. So we kind of have all of the buyers from all over the spectrum.
Okay. What proportion of the people buying in Florida, whether it's a single-family home or a condo, what proportion are just walking in with cash, full cash?
I mean, you know, that's hard to say because at this point, you can pay cash, but it makes more sense if you can get a mortgage for as low as those rates are.
Yeah,
you have a ton, again, of these foreigners just buying cash left and right, and they're not even looking at the properties. They're making a phone call because they see it on the internet, and they say, you know what, this makes sense.
All right, Tanya, back to you for one last one. Cash or a mortgage? It's a very good question. I mean, why not get a mortgage if you're paying 3.5%? Go.
Well, even Mark Zuckerberg got a mortgage, and I think that's awesome because he took advantage of that rate. But honestly, what it is cash gets it done. So a lot of people are coming in with cash, and they have the cash, whether it's their IRA dollars or cash that they've saved. They have it. So they're coming in with cash and then turning around and putting a mortgage on it, just like Zuckerberg did.
It's fascinating. Look, we really appreciate good news. We're looking for it in a sort of dark times. We found it in Florida and in Phoenix, Arizona. Ladies, thank you very much indeed for the help. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Stu.
Thank you.
All right, you have waited almost 2 full days for Charles Payne's reaction to Joe Biden's latest gaffe. He's jumping out of his chair, waiting to give it to you. Charles next responds to this.
Romney wants to he said in the first 100 days, he's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street.